Hello team, my name is Mahesh. In this video, we are deploying this Zomato clone application on the AWS EKS platform. For that, we need to perform some kind of a CI/CD CI/CD actions to implemented best practices of the implemented DevSecOps best practices to to reliably and securely deploy our code to the production environment and production or stage environment. So in this particularly video, we are implementing various security tools and the vulnerability analysis tools. So we are building and we are doing image scanning. We are building this application. We are pushing to the Docker container, push to the Docker hub and all those things. We will cover. We for that we are using GitHub Actions to create a secure CI/CD pipeline. We throughout the GitHub Actions, we have a lot of advantages to implement a secure CI/CD platform or implement a secure CI/CD pipeline itself. We are using a custom hosted runners, so we can call them as a self-hosted runners. That is our EC2 instances. So our pipeline that is running on the GitHub Actions that will perform actions on the EC2 itself. So we are hosting our custom self-hosted runners. We are using npm. This application is compiled and built in the npm format. Npm build throughout the build function, it will build this application, and it will install the necessary package with the package.json and all those things will done automatically. So for the vulnerability, code smell, security vulnerability, any sensitive information leakage, all those things are found out by SonarQube analysis. The trivy is used for file system scanning and the duplication of code and all those duplication of code, security vulnerabilities, code repetition, all those things are found out by the trivy. Trivy also able to scan the Docker images itself. After we create a Docker image, we can do scanning with the tree itself. And our platform will be Amazon EKS. We are deploying this application to the Amazon EKS with the inside a pod itself, and we are using with the public IP and the load balancer. So user can able to access with the public IP, and once the user enters to public IP, this request will all this request will directly forward to the our pod itself from the load balancer. So this is our overall actions that we are performing. So for that we are using this application. We are not covering the Terraform topic over here because it could be lot of automation. If for the automation, you need to understand how things are working in a manual way. So we are not using the we are not using a Terraform right now to create a resources on the AWS itself. So why we are chosen the GitHub Actions itself. So GitHub Actions have a native support. It will so why we chosen a GitHub Actions over the Jenkins and such platforms. So GitHub is a versatile automation platform that can seamlessly integrate a GitHub repositories and enabling developers to automate various tasks throughout the software development lifecycle. It supports native integration throughoutly. GitHub Actions is tightly integrated with the GitHub repositories, allowing developers to define workflows directly within the repository that is written in the YAML format itself. From the repository itself, we can set up our workflows inside our repository itself. As we seen in the previous videos also, we we just create a github slash workflows, and inside that workflows we can write our YAML pipeline file, as we can say, as a script, and that script will do the CI/CD for us, and it is run from the events itself. So it can streamline the CI/CD setup process and simplifies the version control system making it more easier to manage and maintain the development lifecycle alongside with the application code. So the second point, the flexibility and the customization. GitHub Actions is highly flexible and customization, allowing developers to in define workloads uh, tolerated to their specific requirements, whether running task or building Docker images or deploying a application to the container Kubernetes and throughout the Kubernetes manifest and all. Uh, GitHub provides a wide range of actions and triggers to combine and create sophisticated development pipelines. So third point, which is provided scalability. GitHub can scale at any level. It can scale according to the project size and all. It will automatically scale and efficiently do the CI/CD actions. It has a community ecosystem support and all. Throughout that, GitHub Actions can use the use the use the use the marketplace modules, wide range of marketplace modules. So you can integrate many more things to it, and it also provides a security to build in, which can uh, which can and it can handle the secrets properly and all those things. The security part will handle correctly with the GitHub CI/CD platform. So it provides a built-in support for the security also. For the managing credential, managing variables, and all those things. So now, for now, let's create one EC2 instance. Throughout that EC2 instance, we can set our custom runner in the Zomato in our repository itself. So let's go and quickly launch one instance. We can call it then as a GitHub Actions runner. We are using Ubuntu machine and Ubuntu 22. Confirm. We are using t2.large because we also need to um, implement SonarQube and a Trivy. So all the things are compiled. All the things are present in the same server itself. So we need a bigger server for it. So yeah, launch instance. Once it is launched, we can do let's go on the setting tab itself. Inside the setting tab, this is the GitHub clone repository that I have right now, and we are deploying this repository. You will get the link in the description. You can just follow the link, and you will see the same page. You can just fork it, or if you fork it, you can do the practical on your end, and also you can start the repository. So let's go on the setting for now, and inside a setting there is one option for the actions. On the options we have a runner section. Inside that runner section we can create our self-hosted. uh, there you go. Our EC2 instance is running. Let's connect to the EC2 instance with the I'm using root account right now to connect. Once it connect, we are using this Linux machine. Architecture will be x86-64. Uh, so there you go. You can just copy paste the commands that you will get in the runners tab itself. So once you copy paste those things, your GitHub runner will be set up, and it will connect to the GitHub Actions itself. So quickly, it will add a token and all those things, and it will install the GitHub Actions, GitHub Action Runner. So it is extracting, and we need to run that run.sh file. So we need to first now we need to configure our GitHub Actions with the runner itself. So we are running the scripts. Make sure you are running those scripts with the default account, which is the sudo account. You can run the commands with the sudo account. If you use root account, this might get error, and you will get error. The You must run the command with the sudo itself. So I have run this command to set up a token and configure my runner and connect to my GitHub account. So GitHub Actions runner, I mean to. So now I need to just run this command to run my runner. So it might take, yeah, it is connected to the GitHub. Now let's go on GitHub and we can see our GitHub, our runner is running there. So on here, on your repository particular. So let's go on the repositories. Inside that, we need the Zomato clone app, and inside that, on the settings tab, you have option for the runners. With that, you can see the runner is running. Okay, our runner is running, and we haven't sent any current job. There is no current running jobs on the runner itself. So what we need to do now, we need to create our deployment.yaml file and just push those changes to the GitHub itself, because I'm for you to understand things. I haven't added I haven't added like any details to my deployment.yaml file. So in this video we are writing deployment file live, and we can push those files to the GitHub, and GitHub on every push we are this pipeline get run, and we get the CI/CD pipeline will totally run. So before that, we need to integrate our SonarQube and the SonarQube and the Tree with the uh, with the GitHub itself. We need to add them to to the GitHub secrets. So what we need to do now, just check out this IP4 address, and we can paste it over here. And our SonarQube is running on port 9000. So we need to do login over here first. Once we log in, we can provide a setup, provide a project manually. We need to provide a name of the project, which is Zomato app, and this will be main. The branch is main. So let's check. We can check over here which branch we are running. So inside a code section, we are in the main branch. Okay. So let's set it up. We are using GitHub Actions, and we need to set up a Sonar token and the Sonar host URL. This token and the URL must be kept in a secret. So you can provide. There is one there is one feature provided by the GitHub where we can provide secrets of the action itself. We can use those secrets in the actions. So in the repository secrets, we can create a new secret. The secret which is Sonar token. So let's copy the Sonar token from here, and you can paste it over here. The token will be, we need to generate it from here. I'm keeping as no expiration. This is the token. We can copy and paste it over here. So add secret. There you go, one secret, and we need to provide another secret, which is the URL. So post URL, we need to copy the variable, and we need to provide this value. Okay, we can click on that button and get the copy. Add to secret. We have added to those two secret, and also for to deploy, for to push our Docker image to the Docker hub, we need a Docker username and the token itself. So we need to log into my Docker hub. You can this is there you go on this on my account itself. There will be on the option in the security, new access token. We need to create an access token, a GitHub Actions token. So it has all the permissions, and click on generate. So it will generate the token, and with this prompt will be our personal token. Okay. Make sure you keep that token at private, and you can keep that token to the private. So Docker hub underscore token. We can keep the variable name as it. You can keep the variable name at whatever we want. but you need to just add same variable to the our CI/CD pipeline file. So now it's time for the username. Docker username. Your username is, you can get the username from here. Just copy pasting to it. So add to the section. We have added those four secrets to the secrets manager of the GitHub itself. So let's now we need to create our action file. In that action file, what we can do, first we need to provide the name of the file. We can get the reference if you are stuck somewhere. You can get the reference from the GitHub actions documentation. Inside that documentation, you can get throughout that we can get the overall things such as build and test. In the build and test, we have a Node.js application. Inside that, we are using this particular this particular we can say extension or we can say plugin call. We are using this plugin kind of. So those kind of a reference you will get it from here, or you can just once you go on my repository file from here also, just you can just clone this you can fork this repository, and you can use this same file. So let's create one file, the name as build analyze and scan. We are doing scan. So on push itself, we are running this pipeline. On push, branches branches will be our main branch. So main, we are writing the script on the YAML format itself. So make sure your indentation is correct. So if you have any indentation issue, make sure your scripts getting error, and um, your your CI/CD pipeline will throw an error. Yeah, I have provided the build name. So the name of the we are doing build first. After that, it runs on self-hosted, that we have created one EC2 instance, right? So we are using this self-hosted. We are providing the steps. In that steps, we are providing the name. We can those things are optional. Some of the things are optional. You can check it out on the reference tab itself. I have used this reference type many more times. Reference type many more times. So I know which like how I can get the details check. So on the name section itself, we need to provide the name. Check out the code. Inside that, we need to uses we need to use you need to use the action file for the checkout. So is there, okay, the action file is of this file. So we are using this plugin, which is the latest one, and with with fetch, I'm fetching the overall I'm fetching the repository only 0 depth. So fetch depth is equals to 0. So this this is our first we can say this is our first step. This is our we are checking out the code, and just like a Jenkins, we have created one stage. This is our first stage. On the second stage, what we are doing, we are building and analyzing with SonarQube. Building code and analyze with SonarQube. So what we can do over here, you can use it. You can again use the plugin section. We do in the Jenkins itself. We need to download the plugins first before that. But in the GitHub Actions itself, we need to just provide, and it will automatically do the things. So on the SonarQube, we need to find out the latest plugin. Integrate SonarQube in GitHub Actions. So on the GitHub Actions itself, on the marketplace, on the marketplace itself, look, we have we get the um, latest action file. We can say our latest, we can say this is our latest plugin for the SonarQube itself. So the environment that we are need to run the SonarQube. So sonar 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 underscore token. We have just added the token and the username, added the token and the or token and the URL there. So we need to provide that thing over here on the dollar, um, with the curly braces, and throughout that we can provide the secret secret dot sonar underscore token. This is our sonar underscore token, and it should be fetched throughout the um, it should fetch with the secrets manager of the GitHub itself. So sonar underscore token and the URL, host URL, we can say host URL. The URL should be secrets underscore token underscore URL. I need to check that what is the name of the particular variable itself. So host URL. Okay, so we can paste as a host URL underscore host. Okay, so we have set up our environment in the in the stage itself. Now the third stage, which is we do the install the dependencies install. So for that we are using for that we are running one command, which is bash command npm install. So we are currently at this stage. We are building we are installing the dependencies. After that we are running the trivy scan. We have already run the SonarQube scan, as I like in the we have created the stage itself. We haven't run yet, and we can um, we can run. So on the trivy we are gonna we first we can do the npm build, and after that we can run the trivy. So we can we can do this stage is done, and next stage will be again the trivy scan. Inside the trivy scan, we need to provide a command again. So run trivy -fs. We are doing file system scan dot, which is meant by current directory, and we are transferring that output to trivy dot txt trivy-report dot txt. Okay, so the trivy scan is done. Once this thing is done, we need to provide the docker. We can build that image, docker build and push. We can do this do those two things in the same thing itself. So on the run tab, we are using the bash command. So run, and we can provide the we can write the script on the next line. Docker build -t. We are providing the tag and in root 12. This is my username for that. Anyway, we can just we can do the tags later on. We can name as a Zomato for now, and the docker file is present on the root section of the repository itself. Here you go. You get the docker file, which is pre-built by the developer of this application, and it is running on port 3000. So we are building this application. After that, what we can do, docker, we need to tag that image. If you haven't tagged that image, you need to if you haven't tagged that image, you cannot send that image to the Docker Hub itself, because there are some there are some conflicts in the like when you need to tag the image properly, and after that you can send that image to the Docker Hub. So under Zomato latest, this is my username, my repository, and my tag itself. So after that, we need to do Docker login, Docker login hyphen u, our username we have provided in the secrets tab, uh, Docker underscore user name, and we need to do the secrets. We need to provide the secret dot Docker underscore username, and the password that we are providing is it's a token. So the authentication will be in the secrets format. We haven't hard coded our basically we can say our password itself. So we are using this token. Once this pipeline will run, it will automatically fetch those variables and do the things. So Docker push. On the Docker push, we are pushing this command, pushing this image. I mean to sorry. And after that, we can run our tree scan again. Tree scan image. For that, we need to provide the run command. Tree image, and we are providing our image. If you We are providing this image, and for the deployment itself, we have built the application. We have all those things to build the application. Now for the deployment part, deploy in the deploy section, we needs we needs cell we need uh, build and analyze and scan. Build, analyze and scan, we can provide this tag, and after that it runs on colon or self-hosted runner, self-hosted, and steps again. We are It's just like a pipeline. Inside a pipeline, there could be a lot of stages. So there you go. We have a stages name, and this is one stage. This is building the uh, doing scan is the second stage. Third stage is the install dependency. Then building the image. Sorry, then tree and building image. We push those image, and we are doing now. We are doing the deployment part. So deploy. So what we can do, we name this particular name this particular stage itself Docker pull image, Docker pull. After that, we can run the command Docker pull, and we are just copy pasting the name of the name of the Docker file, name of the our image. First stage is running. The first stage is done. Second stage will be image scan. In the image scan, we run this tree scan, run trees image, and we are providing the name of the image. This is our name, and the third stage we are deploying this application. We are deploy this Docker container to our runner itself. That is our EC2 instance is running over here. So Docker run hyphen itd. I'm providing the port as a 3000, and it's running on port 3000 internally. Uh, hyphen name hyphen name. I'm providing the name as a Zomato. The Docker container name. And inside that, after that, I am providing the name of the image. So this is our this will be our deployment file that we need. And once I do the commit on this particular file itself, this pipeline will get run automatically, because we have set up the condition on push itself, on push to the main branch. We can commit to the main branch directly, and once we save this pipeline will get run automatically. Okay, I noticed one issue. Okay, I noticed one issue over here. I have inside a name type, I have just added the command itself. So um, run the docker container. This is our stage name, and throughout the run command, we are running the docker command. So this issue get resolved. There is no specific changes I have done. I have removed the tree scan from here, which is on the previous tab. We have done the tree scan, but we have done the tree file system scan over here, and we can do directly the image scan on the deploy section. So I have made those changes. Now let's copy paste and just push those changes to the main branch, and we'll see this file get run or not. So on the Zomato clone app, inside that app itself, on the workflows and deployment.yaml, we can edit over here, and we can just push those changes and commit to the main branch. Once this thing is done, we can see our yeah, there are some issue again. So let's wait. It will generate some errors or some. So on the actions tab itself, runners, it's still idle mode. So let's wait for a few minutes. Yeah, we get one mail again, and inside that, what issue we can get, the workflow is not valid. So inside the deployments.yaml runs on deployment.yaml code. See more. So expression sonar underscore token. So look at the position with the expression secret at, okay, we have okay. The sonar token itself, this workflow is not valid, runs on okay. Okay, so there we have made some syntax, we have made some typo errors. There could be there could be a secrets, not the secret. So what we can do, just go on the back, and on the on that particular application itself, we made the changes. On the Zomato clone, we again push those code to the deployments.yaml. Once we do that, let's commit the change, and now we'll see if there are some errors again. So yeah, still we get the error. Once we refresh, we get the mail over here. Let's wait for a few seconds. Yeah, we get the mail, and it is failing on the same part. Yeah, it is fail on the same part. So it require property missing on runs on. Okay. So on the which line, on the line number 9. So on the line number 9 name build. Okay. So what it need, a required property runs on. Okay. So it runs on. We have made the change. We have made some lexical error over here. So it's runs on, and we can save that. We can just go and edit the file. Again, our workflow file, Zomato workflows deployment.yaml. We can edit this thing, and we can name as a runs on, and we can make the change. Okay. So let's wait. Now we'll see if we get any errors. Okay, let's check if the run is running on the runner that we have configured. So let's look. There is issue with the build and test. Scan and build basically. There is one stage. So there is an issue with the dependency. npm command not found. Okay, we need to install the npm. So on our EC2 instance, we need to install that. So let's go and log in with the root, and apt-get install npm -y. Okay, the npm is installed. Let's verify with the npm command. Yeah, it is running 9.0 something. So let's go on the let's go on our action file, and rerun the job. Rerun all jobs or all jobs. Uh, yeah, we rerun the jobs. Let's wait. It's on queue. It's building now. On the build section, it's starting the job. It's checking out the code. It might take few minutes to run this whole pipeline, but once this thing is done, you'll get the overall idea about it. So where you're getting the errors, or if uh, if there are any changes needs to done. So it is installing the dependencies with the npm. It might take some time, depending on the like depending upon our dependencies, how many dependencies that we have. And let's check if there are. We can check the utilization also over here. So it is taking around. We get the overall utilization time. And so it get error, and doing a tree scan process failed with the issue unknown command tree. We have installed the tree trivy tree fs. Okay, there is no hyphen code. On the Zomato application itself, what we can do, just go on code section, workflows, deployments.yaml, and tree fs. There will be a tree fs. There is no hyphen. And we can commit the change. Let's wait for a few seconds. The job gets started. It's running on our custom hosted tunnel on the AWS itself. So npm install. Okay. So what I have done, I have upgraded my partition, upgraded my hard disk to 8 GB to 30 GB. There is a less space, because of which I'm getting this error. So it is failed to download the database which Trigger requires. So I need to restart this particular server while I'm upgrading the storage of this machine. Okay, it is listening for the jobs right now. And what we can do, we can just rerun this pipeline again. So rerun the failed jobs, run. The review file system scan is done. It has printed the same output to the particular to the terminal itself. But uh, because of the storage problem, we get that error. So might you keep the storage above 30 GB. So you didn't face such kind of issues. So how much space I have left right now in my EC2 instance? Um, when the connect, I'm connecting to the root user right now. Connect. We have get the error. The platform. So no, it's running. We have a 21 GB available, right? So lot of space we have right now. So let's wait. It is doing a Docker push. It is pushing the image to the Docker hub. We'll see the latest image on our account. So on the Um, and the Docker Hub, we have just Wiki right now, but in some time we'll see our image is present over here. So okay, it might get failed because we I have restarted the server and I forgot to run the container forget to run the container again of that particular we can say SonarQube. So just let me start this container and with the previous command docker run hyphen itd hyphen port which is 3000. No, port Docker the container is running on the port 9000 and our application is running on the 3000. So port number is 9000. And what we can do, just we can run docker run and we can run the same container. We can just paste this id over here and we can run. Okay, not able to run directly. Docker run hyphen itd hyphen p port is 9000 colon port is 9000 again. Look, it has get failed. There are some issues with the trivia, I guess. SonarQube, I guess. Yeah, building Docker push. There is some issue with the Docker push, and you notice usage login to Docker registry. There are some issue with the login. We'll check first. We what we can do. Hyphen name Zomato and hyphen our image name. So SonarQube hyphen LTS colon community. Okay, there are some issue with the Docker images. Uh, it's LTS community. So SonarQube hyphen LTS community. So Docker PS, it's running now. Let's connect to the machine or our SonarQube itself. We can say okay. It has changed the IP address also. Might yeah, it's running on different IP address. We haven't provided the static one, so it has changed the IP. And it has also changed the URL home. Okay, it has almost completed. It is deploying the image to the Docker Hub. Let's wait for a few seconds. It is doing the scan. We have as per our as per our CI/CD pipeline itself. It is doing some kind of a scan for the tree, and once this thing is done, we can access our application in the account itself. So there you go. It has pushed the image to the Docker Hub, and there you go. It has a latest tag, and throughout this tag, you can pull the image from the Docker Hub itself, Zomato, which is the tag is the latest, and it has also done that. It has let's check. It has done the SonarQube scan or not. Github Actions, and it is building and analyzing the code. And once this thing is done, we can see our image is there. So let's wait for a few minutes. It is doing a scan. Okay, our application is successfully deployed on the container itself. So let's check in the Docker PS. Yeah, the container is running on port 3000. So let's try to connect to that IP. I'm taking this particular IP and try to connect with the container port 3000. And yeah, our Zomato application is successfully running as you can see over here. Um, it is a React based application and it is working totally fine. So it is accessing on the our Docker container itself, which is running on the EC2 image. So on the next part itself, what we can do, we can use the same container itself, and we can set up an IAM role. We can set up an EKS cluster. Throughout the cluster, we can set up a pod. We can set up a we can say kind of a service account for the pods itself, and we do all kind of stuff with that itself. And after that, we can what we can do, we just create a load balancer and access the website, access the Zomato clone application uh, with the load balancer public DNS. So this will that will be your second part. So first you can make sure you done this practical and get the understanding about the overall things, how the how the application works, and how we can integrate our application with the uh, self-hosted EC2 image and self-hosted runner, and how we can deploy this application to the Docker Hub itself. So this is the overall idea about it. On the next part, we can deploy. We can. I will create a next part and just share. On the next part itself, we can deploy a complete application with the CD process also. So that's all about it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.